It's a great day at the Academy of Scholars. Welcome to another episode of Scholarly Speaking Live with Dr. Stacy Lambert-Johnson, the Director of Student Success at the Academy of Scholars. I am Benny Crane Jr., the Assistant Director of Student Success. Today's topic will discuss building your child's self-esteem.
Thank you for joining us for today's live session. No matter where you're joining us from, whether you're at work or at home, we pray that you're having a great AOS day and hope that you can visit us here on campus someday soon. So last week we talked about how to deal with tantrums, backtalk, and whining. This week we're exploring how to build your child's self-esteem. But before we get started, Benny, where can our viewers watch today's live session once it's over?
Everything from this show will end up on our website, academyofscholars.com, including both the audio and video versions. Now, if you prefer watching us each week, you can find the video version on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, LinkedIn, and Instagram. If you're looking for something entertaining to listen to on your drive to work, you can download the audio versions anywhere you download your favorite podcast. Now, shout out to all the people who are joining us live today. We appreciate you joining us. And to all of those who follow us on our social media, thank you. Do us a favor, tell your friends we're on. All you have to do is hit that share button right there, comment, and tell us about ways you build your children's self-esteem. Do you have any go-tos in your toolbox for helping build your children's confidence? Tell us. We want to know.
You know, Benny, one of the things that I'm most grateful to my mother for is how she built me up with her words. My mother was my biggest cheerleader from the time that I was young, and she always made me feel as though there was absolutely nothing that I couldn't accomplish if I worked hard enough and I set my mind to it.
Awesome.
She made me feel so confident in my abilities, building me up from a very young age so that by the time I was a teenager and a young adult, it was ingrained in my mind that I was somebody.
Right.
You know, I didn't know it at the time, but I learned once I became a parent that that's what parents are supposed to do. You know, we're supposed to boost our children's confidence and help them believe in themselves.
Stacy, my mother provided that same inspiration for me. Where my father, who is my hero, inspired me to be great with his words of wisdom and encouragement, my mother was constantly speaking my future to existence with her prayers that I heard daily. She prayed that the Lord would give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that I would be the first and not the last, the head and not the tail, that I would have favor with those who are in authority over me as well as my peers. Yes. She taught me and my brothers to call things which be not as though they were. And when you hear that every day over and over again, you believe it and you just start to walk in it.
That's so true. So why is self-esteem important? Having positive self-esteem is important because it builds important character traits such as confidence, determination, pride, and perseverance. Children with these characteristics do better at school, at home, and with friends. When children have positive self-esteem, they're more likely to try their best, feel good about themselves and their accomplishments, and are able to cope with making mistakes. As a matter of fact, a child with positive self-esteem is less likely to give up, even if they fail again and again.
Yes, and I've heard it put this way: self-esteem is liking yourself. And self-esteem can start as early as infancy. So building your child's self-esteem started on day one. Just think, doting over your newborn, giving her that positive attention and loving care, you're already sowing seeds into her self-esteem, self-worth, and belief in herself.
That's true. So what is the difference between a child with positive or high self-esteem versus a child with low self-esteem? Children with high self-esteem are confident, proud of their abilities, think positive thoughts about themselves, and believe in themselves. They're persistent, trying at a task even if they fail at first. On the other hand, children with low self-esteem are critical of themselves, compare themselves negatively with others, focus on their failures and not their triumphs. They lack confidence and doubt their abilities. They're unsure of themselves and work hard for the acceptance of others, though always doubting their own self-worth. They're less likely to join in a group activity, thinking that others won't accept them. They may allow others to treat them badly and won't stand up for themselves. They give up easily, especially if they fail at a task.
And Stacy and I are usually able to pick up on kids with low self-esteem right away by looking critically at their behavior, sometimes even from just one incident.
That's right.
Like we've had teachers say to us that a child gets mad when he doesn't get his way. Then we see the child's trigger isn't him not getting his way, it's really him not being able to finish an assignment or him not doing well on an assignment. And since we know that kids with low self-esteem find it hard to cope when they make a mistake, lose or fail, we know that we have to counsel that teacher and many times the parent on helping to build and develop his self-esteem.
That's right. Now, how does self-esteem develop? Self-esteem starts, like Benny said earlier, as early as infancy. A child's environment helps to mold their self-esteem. When a baby feels safe, loved, and accepted, receiving positive attention and loving care, their self-esteem is being molded and nurtured. As they get older, becoming toddlers and young children, they become more independent, feeling good about themselves, building confidence in themselves as they master and use new skills. As parents pay attention, encourage their children to take risks, support them, and show that they're proud of them, a child's self-esteem grows.
Children, and I would say human beings in general, but especially children, feel valued and worthwhile when they're part of positive, warm, and loving relationships. And ultimately, these kinds of relationships are the foundation of your child's self-esteem.
Now, as children grow, their self-esteem develops as well. As they learn new things and develop skills, make progress toward a goal, make friends, help others, get praised for good behaviors, show persistence and perseverance, feel understood and accepted, or earn a reward for their hard work, for example, getting an A on a test that they studied for, their self-esteem builds, helping them to feel confident, capable, and accepted.
The growth of self-esteem is as fascinating to watch as children's physical development to me.
So true.
Like our oldest scholars are sixth graders now, and they were in kindergarten when I started at AOS. Stacy, I'm pretty sure one of our girls never said a word to me other than good morning. Up through third grade, she was so shy. Then when she started fourth grade, it was like a whole new person came to campus. And we see this happen at various stages every year. Some kids come to us in pre-K with this bigger than life self-esteem and confidence, and others develop it over time.
I think I know what sixth grade girl you're talking about too. So how can parents build their children's self-esteem? First, parents should realize that all children are not the same. Self-esteem may come easier to some children than others. Some children have experiences that lower their self-esteem, whether at home, at school, or somewhere else. The good news is that even if a child has low self-esteem, it can be raised. We just have to find ways to help them feel good about themselves. For example, helping your child learn to do new things, such as holding a cup for toddlers, learning to dress themselves for preschoolers, to riding a bike. When confronted with learning a task and mastering it, children gain a sense of mastery, boosting their confidence and self-esteem.
And there's nothing quite like the feeling of trying and mastering something new. It's like self-esteem steroids, you know. So invest in teaching your child how to do things, showing and helping them out at first, even if it's just to crack an egg. Now, I remember my daughter, who loves to cook now, did not want to crack eggs. Every time we got to that part of the recipe, was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And we had to let her know it's okay to get a little shell in the bowl. We just need to be able to get the shells out. Then let them do it, even if they make mistakes. Now, just don't let them crack the eggs over the flour, okay? They need a chance to learn, try, and be proud of themselves. And as you do this, don't make the challenge too easy, while at the same time making sure that the challenge is not too hard.
That's right. Now, second, parents should praise their children, but don't overdo it. Praising your child shows that you're proud of them. Now, praising them too much, especially if the praise is not true, like, for example, telling a child that you're proud of their effort when you know that they did not try their best, makes the praise fake. Instead, tell the truth. Say to your child that wasn't your best effort, I'm proud of you for not giving up, and I'm sure next time you'll give it your all. And make sure that you're not focused on praising the results only. Praise the effort as well. As a matter of fact, and this is important, offer most of your praise for effort, progress, and attitude. For example, you can say, you're getting better and better on your math facts test, progress. Or, you're studying very hard for that test on Friday, effort. Or, I'm proud that you haven't given up on playing the piano, attitude, and it's really paying off. Now, when you provide this kind of praise, children will actually put the effort in and try to accomplish the task, causing them to be more likely to be successful, which in turn helps to build their self-esteem.
Praise is a subject that you and I have discussed countless times on Scholarly Speaking, and it's tough for some parents to wrap their heads around. Sometimes we are so results focused as parents that we only praise good results. Baby girl makes an A on the test, yay, celebrate. Baby girl makes a B, what happened?
Right.
So I just want to reiterate that bolstering your children's self-esteem with praise cannot be tied just to results. In fact, look for opportunities to praise effort, progress, and attitude, whether it's starting the bedtime routine on their own or clearing the dinner table without being told.
That's right. Now, third, and we say this, it seems, on every episode of Scholarly Speaking, be a good role model. When your children see you putting in effort in everyday tasks, they'll do the same. When they see you modeling the right attitude, doing a task without grumbling or complaining, they'll do the same. Children learn what they live.
I'm going through this right now, Stacy.
Do
I'm
tell.
trying to impress upon my son the importance of being friendly and greeting others and doing something like giving his teammates high fives for their effort when they're on the basketball court. And then it hit me. I need him to see me do this more. So when I walked in the door this morning, I gave our director of security a fist bump at the door so that my son could see me doing it. At every turn, I want him to see me doing things that I'm asking him to do.
That's good. And finally, going back to our Scholarly Speaking Live episode on why what you say to your child matters, make sure you speak positivity into your child. What children hear about themselves from others, especially their parents, translates into how they feel about themselves. If you want your child to have confidence, engage in positive self-talk and know that they are worthy of everything great, you have to build them up. Use motivating words and positive messages to help build their self-esteem. Harsh words such as "you're so lazy" or "you'll never learn" are harmful and do the opposite of building self-esteem. Harsh words tear down a child's self-esteem. Make sure you correct your children with patience, telling them what you want them to do next time. Focus on their strengths instead of weaknesses to help them feel good about themselves. When children feel good about themselves and have positive self-esteem, they won't feel the need to tear others down. Hurt people, but loved people love people.
Ooh,
That's a Dr. Stacy Lambert-Johnson original.
Dr. Stacy Lambert-Johnson on that one.
Well, what do you think? How do you help build your child's self-esteem? Do you wisely praise your child? Now, did you learn something new from today's episode? Comment and let us know your thoughts on today's topic.
And if you're looking for more information to help you with building your child's self-esteem, go to our website at academyofscholars.com/scholarly speaking resources. In the meantime, we suggest you check out the book Self-Esteem Games, 300 Fun Activities That Make Children Feel Good About Themselves by Barbara Sher. This book will be fun for parents with elementary age kids especially. It's full of joyful activities, 300 in fact, that will help children learn how to make friends, express feelings, trust others, accept themselves, use their imaginations, and more. The book combines upbeat, positive advice, including tips for better parenting, with step-by-step directions for each activity. And remember, no matter where you live in the world, you can give your child access to an exceptional Christian affordable education with the Academy of Scholars Premier Online Learning. Not only does the Academy of Scholars give your child the opportunity to engage in school at their own pace, but we also provide a comprehensive curriculum, one with classes like coding and computer science that will have your child excited about school each day. The Academy of Scholars Premier Online Learning is the online school you've been looking for.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's live session. To learn more about our amazing school, the Academy of Scholars, please go to our website at academyofscholars.com. Join us next week as we continue our live discussions. Next week, we'll be talking about what you should do when children fail.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
It's going to be great. Until next time, I am Dr. Stacy Lambert-Johnson.
And I'm Benny Crane Jr.
Saying
Goodbye
goodbye and be blessed.
The Academy of Scholars. Exceptional, Christian, affordable.